Hello, welcome to the University of Missouri St. Louis Federal Work-Study Management System training. This training is designed for federal work-study supervisors here at the University of Missouri St. Louis. Today, we'll be going over the qualifications of work-study management system, creating and editing job descriptions, the federal work-study policy and university policy, as well as authorizing work-study eligibility for students. Federal Work-Study Policies Student Eligibility. Eligibility is determined by information submitted on the FAFSA. Students must submit the application in the office or via secure document upload. Students must demonstrate financial need. Federal work-study rehires are given award priority. The priority deadline is February the 1st for new applicants. Students must be enrolled in at least half-time. For undergraduates, that is 6 hours. For graduate students, that is 5 hours. The award includes fall and spring. Summer will be determined separately. Students must meet and maintain satisfactory academic progress, also known as SAP. 2.0 GPA undergraduate and 3.0 for the graduates. They must complete at least 67% of their classes and cannot exceed 180 hours without obtaining a degree. If funds are not available, students will be put on the wait list. The FAFSA does not guarantee an award for the student. Once students have been offered the Federal Work-Study Award, they must accept or decline the offer via MyView. Students have 30 days to secure a federal work-study position. Students' checklist must be complete in MyView before an award is offered. As we look into the hours, breaks, and policies for the federal work-study students, students cannot work any more than 20 hours per week while their classes are in session. The exceptions are listed below, such as fall break, Christmas break, and spring break. They can work up to 28 hours per week as long as they have the funding available. If a student has more than one appointment on campus, collectively they cannot exceed 28 hours. Federal work-study does not pay benefits, nor do we pay overtime. Students are allowed a 30-minute break for every 4 consecutive hours worked. Students cannot work during their scheduled class periods. Please ask your students for their class schedule to ensure we remain in compliance with federal regulations. You will randomly be audited for this. Falsifying timesheets, university policy. If caught by the department or the university, the student will immediately be dismissed from the program. Hiring process and policy. Departments must post a position with UMSL's Career Placement Services before hiring federal work-study students. Departments may only hire for the number of slots indicated in the management system, which was provided by that department. Departments are also responsible for submitting the EPAF e-forms to Human Resources, and the link is listed below. EPAF e-forms must be processed in Human Resources before the student may begin to work. Financial Services will be responsible for submitting the EPAF e-form for community services sites and any off-campus sites as well. Students may begin working federal work-study the first day of classes each semester if their paperwork is already processed by Human Resources. If the student has remaining funds between semesters, they may utilize the funds from that semester, not upcoming semesters. If the department has a need for additional work, unless the student graduates, the student may not use the funds from previous semesters once the new semester begins. Students must stop working once they graduate. Once student award has been used, students must stop working. Departments may transfer the student to their MOCODE if they would like for them to continue with their employment. If the student fails to utilize the entire award at the end of the semester, it will remain in the federal work-study account. Students have to work in order to get paid to receive the federal work-study funds. Summer session work-study process will be determined later. Notification emails. Biweekly, you will receive an email based on UMSL's biweekly pay period schedule. Also, you will receive an urgent email if by chance your student has reached 80% of their award. This is just a copy of UMSL's 2022-2023 biweekly pay period schedule. Communication and department allocations. Departments are responsible for interviewing and hiring the federal work-study student. Departments are also responsible for setting the hourly pay rate for the student within the federal work-study pay range. Minimum wage beginning January 2023 will be $12 an hour. Each department must pay the student at least minimum wage. Undergraduate federal work-study students typically receive an average of $5,000 for the fall semester and the spring semester. It is divided $2,500 for each semester, providing the student is eligible for that amount of funds. Graduate students typically receive an average of $6,000, which is broken down into $3,000 for the fall semester and spring. Optometry students, their award is indicated by the optometry department based on their need. The student must still apply for federal work-study in order to be eligible for federal work-study. Department allocations, decided in April for the summer allocation, and you decide in July for the academic year allocations. Work-study management system continued. To begin working in the management system, first you must log in to the address listed below with your SSO ID and password. Once you have logged into the work-study management system, the first page you will see is the page of a list of the federal work-study students that you employ. Supervisor menu. At the top right of the page, you will see your username, your department, the allocations in which your department has, the current term, the aid year, as well as the current pay period. Under Students tab, if you would like to see if the federal work-study student have been awarded and how much they have been awarded, you would just go to Students, check Work-Study Award, enter the student's identification number, and hit Enter. Supervisors tab. If you would like to see which supervisors are listed in your department, you will simply go to Supervisors, and then it will give you a list of all of the supervisors that have been authorized for your department. Jobs tab. If you would like to create a new job posting, view job posting, or authorize a student for a job, you will go to that tab. Here's a list of icon descriptions. Duplicate jobs. That icon, if you hit that icon, instead of entering all of the information over again, if you hit the duplicate job icon, it will simply duplicate the job. Discard job. If you want to delete a job, then discard job icon will be the one for you. Edit job, if you have information you need to update, then edit job icon will be the icon for that. Job authorization, that icon will be to authorize any new federal work-study student that you may have. View job postings, authorized student. If you would like to create a new job description, this is the tab for you. You will not be given an option to authorize a student until you have made the job active. Job authorization, routes through the check system to ensure the student has an award and gives you the student's award amount. To authorize the student, click on Jobs tab, select View Job Postings Authorized Student. Next to the job you're hiring, click the job authorized icon. Enter the student's ID number and authorize the student into your department's position. Print the authorization page for your records. How to post a job. Feel free to post a job through the management system. However, we are still posting our jobs through Career Services here at the University of Missouri St. Louis, and that's how the Federal Work Study students will obtain the jobs through Career Services here at the university. How to post a job. Create a new job position by going to Jobs and entering the pertinent information in the slots that you see. Choose your term, list your own job title. The drop-down will populate a pay range for you, list approximate weekly hours, and any notations that you may have. Choose the job category that best matches your position. We've created job categories to streamline and organize work-study positions. You cannot edit essential duties section, but can edit additional duties, may include, which allows you to add information about your particular position and department. You may select all the transferable skills if they apply to your position, or after reviewing your position description, just choose those that apply. Physical effort, level of experience, level of supervision, customer service interactions, assignment types, all have drop-downs. Confidential information access, you will have to indicate yes or no. Exposure to hazardous materials, you would have to enter yes or no. And if yes, please explain. Even though we just went over all of the information on how to post a job on the management system, please contact the university's Career Services Department to actively post your position. Also remember, to post your position, it must be active. Once you've created your position and made your position active, the new job posting will be added to your list of positions. The information needed to submit to HR upon hiring your federal work study student is as follows. The effective date, which is the start date, leave the end date blank, indicate the pay rate, the current work study MO code, the work address and telephone number of the department, and the supervisor's info ID. Please submit all of the information to the link listed below. Hopefully, you will be able to navigate through the Federal Work Study Management System through the slides that has been provided for you. If by chance you have additional questions regarding to Federal Work Study, any of the rules and regulations of the hiring process, please contact Shirley Wilson at 314-516-5529 or the main office 314-516-5526. If you have any questions in regards to posting your position, please contact Career Services at 314-516-5001. Thank you. The hiring process is listed below step by step. Please feel free to review. A few things to remember would be FICA status should always be exempt if receiving federal work study. Under the federal law, you must complete the Section 2 of the I-9 within 3 days of the hire date. The normal turnaround to get someone hired in the system is 3 days. Please remember. In order to get set up officially in the Federal Work Study Management System, please complete the attached registration form and submit it to Shirley Wilson. Thank you. Thank you for participating in the University of Missouri St. Louis Federal Work Study Program. As always, UMSL team together.